Welcome to Metro Podcast. Today we're going to talk about willpower and stay tuned. My name is Jon, I'm a student and I decided to do this podcast. It's more like a solo cast because it's only one guy talking. Guess what? It's me. And probably nobody's listening to this, but I decided to do this kind of podcast because I suppose I want to help people and try to get better every day. So let's go to it. Today I want to talk about willpower. I read this book, amazing book. Probably I should. It's not sponsored if you think, it's just me recommending. It's called Book 365 Days with Self-Discipline by Martin. It's very good. I haven't finished because it's a huge book and I'm working, so I don't have time to finish it. And besides that, it's a really good book. Every page I read, it's really inspiration and a way to live your life. It's not only about the willing, it's also about decision and mindset, which is really amazing. I recommend to everyone. And if you have time, just go with it and read it. The things that I extracted so far are really good, like instead of making excuses to go to the gym, everyone was doing like, today I cannot go, and instead we just procrastinate. We say, okay, I have a little bit of free time and I will go to see YouTube, cats, maybe if you're a guy on other sites, wink wink. The thing is, everyone is just procrastinating, going to do things that they don't want. And our mind is really amazing, like creative. Like when you have an exam, it's bullshit, it's like a shit standing on your mind. But when you have need to excuse it to not do something, it's like Einstein, amazing, creates all kinds of excuses, and good excuses, not bad ones, to do all the things that you don't want to do. So what I extracted from the book is that the willpower is like a muscle. Like every day you want to train it. You can't just have all in one day. You decide to be, I don't know, John Cena or I don't know, a bodybuilder. You have to work out a little bit. You can do a marathon just because you decided to do it. You need to train it. You have to be ability. It's hard at the beginning, but you have to do it. It's like, I don't remember where I read it, but it's like if you put nine women, if you impregnate 9 women, you won't get the child in 1 month. It doesn't work like that. So it's like a muscle. You have to train it little by little. You have to start slow, like before running, learn how to walk, and don't be like, tomorrow I will go to the gym every day or stuff like that. It's too much. It's unless you're exceptional, which is rarely, you will probably give up on 3rd day, 4th day or something like that. You will give an excuse or something. So instead of that, just put something more approachable. Something like, let's just go once a week. Other things, it's to make it easier, instead of making these habits, this willing power, like decision, make it easier to make. Like what I mean by that, it's if you want to make clean the room, put the cleaning accessory really close. So when you decide to do that thing, it's easier. It's not an obstacle in the middle. It's like a beer. If you don't have beer in your fridge, probably you won't drink it. But if you have, it's really easy to just give up and drink a little beer. And it's one beer now, another beer tomorrow, and when you realize you're ready to play sumo with the guys from China or Japan, I don't know. Sorry guys if I messed up. But that's the thing, you have to make it easier. One of the things that I did this week, I bought a stand for shoes because every time I get in the room, I was getting the shoes all messed up, and then when I need it was really hard. It was a mess, like, and you think it's like, oh, it's just the shoes. Not, it's not the shoes, it's just the beginning. It's one step for me being more organized. You start with the shoes, then you go to your desk and so on. You have to be start with small steps, but the important thing is to do at least one step. So what I did, I bought this stand for the shoes. I put, nowadays when I enter the room, the first thing that I do is put the shoes right away in the corner. And guess what? Because I made it so easy, I could put the stand out of the room. I could put the stand, I don't know, in the entrance of the house, but that will make things harder for me. And this decision, this position, it's a simple step, but made all the difference. Now every time I go to the room, I put the things in the right place. So yeah, other things, it's, don't forget, like Apple wasn't made in one day. It took years till developed to which now is known as the biggest company in the world. So you too take small steps. Or for the boomers, Rome wasn't built in one day. So yeah, not sure what I wrote this. They also, one thing that we have, which is a myth, it's that it takes 21 days to build a habit. It actually takes 18 from 18 to 254 for what research. So it depends on you. If you really have a strong will, of course you will get the habit really faster than other people. So be aware of that. You're different from once. If your friend says, oh, I'm going to the gym every day, you don't need to go with all the gym to the gym every day. You have to go with your willing power, your way of going to things and doing things. So maybe for you the perfect times per week it's twice or maybe one. Maybe you have a career which is really hard and you don't have the time, and probably you're making excuses now, but the thing is, you go with you. You have to compare yourself and be better than yesterday. Other people, they have their own life, their own conditions, so you don't apply the same techniques as they do. I hope I make sense. It's a little bit strange. Also, failure, rejection, and humiliation, this is, by the way, a quote from the book, are anything but pleasant. However, the ability to withstand it and keep going is one of the key differences between successful individuals and those who fail to make their dreams come true. And by this, I think they want, that's my interpretation, by the way, it's like what makes the Apple guy, the Bill Gates guy so great is that they had this dream and they keep going, and even with all the people saying this is bullshit, they believed it and they went on. And that's the hardest part, like someone saying that, oh, your idea sucks, like you never will make money about that kind of stuff breaks you up. And probably you had, I don't know, the next Microsoft idea, but because it was your friends and people that probably are just jealous, or they didn't understand quite well what was their idea and just told you to give up so you don't get just messed up, because think about it, every people does the same. They do go to the school, they don't risk it, and if you don't risk it, you will get the same result as everyone. If you go to school and you go to work, it's really hard, or really not probable, for you to open a business. Look at the people, like it's really difficult. So the idea is that if you want to be exceptional, you have to be exceptional. You know what I mean? It's just by just by sorry, just by doing the same things that other things do, you will get the same result. If you don't overcome your fear, if you don't just overcome the difficulties, because being exceptional is not easy. A lot of things, maybe your idea first year will get down. And even the book, the guy says that before being a bestseller, he wrote a lot of books that even made that successful at all. It took him almost 5 years to get what it is. But the thing is, he didn't give up. He kept going, get improved, and try to get better at what he did. That's the dream. If you keep up with your dream, you will get somewhere. And you have to love it. You have to wake up in the morning with a hunger to be successful, a hunger to do something. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be something subtle, like today I want to go to the gym. It's an objective. It's a good objective. It's something that for you, it makes you your day. That's your main goal. And if your main goal, like the biggest goal, is to make a company, maybe breaking in smaller goals so you can achieve, you can see yourself going somewhere. Because I have this problem, probably you have the problem too. It's I have big dreams, and then I made them so big and so difficult that most of them fail, and I feel myself a failure. I think like, that wasn't a good idea. The problem, it wasn't an idea. I was too risky. I wanted too much from me, from my capabilities. I need to go slower. It's like trying to get the marathon when you just learn how to walk. And what the other guys from the marathon says that their successful stories, that just train and they believed in their dream to be a marathon champion. There is no secret. The problem is the people that they're looking for shortcuts where there isn't. There's no shortcut. It's all sweat and blood and all just from your efforts. So have a big goal. That's actually one of the things from the book. Have a big goal, but start with small and more achievable steps. Just to start the wheel moving. So what I mean with that, it's have the big dream, like where you see yourself from 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Where's your big goal? What's your biggest dream that seems impossible? Break it in smaller steps you can do. And don't be afraid to risk, because if you don't risk, the reward won't be there. Yeah, you will probably fail. And there's actually a quote from the book. It's not from the writer itself, Michael, but it's from another guy that says that it's better to face your consequences of your decision than just going with what the herd goes, you know. And that's what I'm actually trying to do. It's I'm not just speaking, I'm actually doing things of it, applying, because the knowledge is nothing if you don't apply, if you don't do the things. So just for you, as you know, I like making games. So I start in my meantime doing games. Like the big goal is to create a company that makes better games, with not just in mind to get money, but in the mind to get people have fun. Don't annoy them with loot box and all this industry that they try to do, you know. Just an example, it's what I have to do, and I'm doing every day at least 5 minutes. And you say, 5 minutes is nothing. Yeah, but I'm creating a habit. It's 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow, but there will be times where I'll be 1 hour, 4 hours. And at the end of the year, it's most like 3 months, something, you know. It's better than nothing. It's better than just an idea just wrote in your notepad and you did nothing about it. So think about your biggest goal. Think about what you really like in your life. What do you want for yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Write it down, or thinking, if you're lazy like me, just thinking in your mind, and just subdivide, like small